So I want to go ahead and showcase to you all some of the best free editing applications for photos that you can download on really any iPhone out there. Now, first of all, the first one I'm going to state, I love using this one. It's actually the Stock Photos Application Editor. Now, most of you probably already know this by now, but if you click into your Photos application like this, you will probably see all the photos you've taken, which is normal, but there's actually a really cool editor that's built in that's really nice. So in this case, I'll just go ahead and take a stupid photo like this one. I'll go ahead and open it up here, and what you can do is whenever you have a photo booted up like this, I'll go and open this up in the Photos application. You can click the Edit button on the top right corner, and you have a lot of capability here. So first of all, you can edit up the filtering, the exposure. You can go increase and decrease the exposure like this. You can go ahead and do, improve the shadows, brightness, saturation, the sharpness, tint, all sorts of other things in the filtering standpoint. And to be honest, really anytime I use my specific iPhone for any type of video editing, this is the application that I use. I prefer this application. I don't even download any other ones for the most part. This is the one I use. On top of this, you can change the stock filtering. You can add a random filter like this. You can also change the auto rotation. You can do this. You can also draw over images, so many other things like that. It's not a complete Photoshop on your phone, but it's pretty close. And as long as you're not doing anything complicated, this is probably my go-to application on my iPhone. Now, another app, these three that kind of come to mind are Snapseed, Lightroom, and Picsart. So starting off with Snapseed, this is actually a Google-built application for photo editing, and it's actually pretty good. So if we go ahead and click open a photo, so we'll just allow access to all photos, we'll just go and bring in that same one we just had before, and there are tons of different things we can go ahead and do here. So we still have the standard type of filtering. If we want to go ahead and bring in these types of filtering options, we have it right here. But on top of this, what we can do is, one thing about this is there's a lot of tools built in. So we have a ton of different things that we can go ahead and kind of look at when we have this specific application. So right here, we have the ability of, tuning images, we have details, we have cropping images, rotating images, so many other tools. And it's pretty crazy. You can add text over images. You can do portrait mode, you can do head photos, so many other things. And I will definitely tell you, when it comes down to editing a photo, this is probably one of the better applications out there. It's completely free, and it's not like it's a free trial or something like that. That's one thing I like about Snapseed, is that it's completely free for the most part. You can also export these photos out in a lot of different ways. So we can save a copy, export, share, open in. If we go and export, we have a few different ways we can go and do it. Usually it does come up and show me something most of the time, but it looks like it's not allowing me right now. But regardless, this is a solid application, and I would recommend you all to look at it as well. Now, another one is actually Lightroom. So what's really cool about Lightroom is that there's a lot of capability within this too, and this is as close to a Photoshop thing that we have besides Photoshop Express that's developed by the same people. So we bring in the same exact photo that we were editing before this one. What's really cool is not only do we have the standard type of, stuff as before, so we have the capability of doing filtering and adding text and other those things. There is so much capability built in here, it's not even funny. You can go ahead and crop your images, you can add coloring over your images, and there's so much stuff here that it would take me so long to even talk about. There's too much capability here, but what I will definitely tell you, like I mentioned before, for a free application, this is a fairly solid option. What you can do on top of this as well is that you can set up different profiles, and it's completely free like I mentioned. Now, unlike some other ones, there are some free trials. There's also free trials built into Lightroom as well, but I do think for a free app, it's really not that bad of an option, and I'm definitely a fan of it. Now, on top of this, we have Picsart. Now, Picsart is that one application that a lot of people use, and it's probably one of the more popular applications out there. So if we look at Picsart as an example, we can go ahead and open it up as normal, and we can go and choose images. It's very similar to Lightroom, if I'm being honest. Lightroom is pretty much the same thing as Picsart and vice versa, but Picsart, I think, has more of a following behind it. There's a lot more people who use this application as well, and this is probably one of those apps that's up there too. So here we have the standard things. We can add stickers. There's so many other things, but the big thing about Picsart is that a lot of people on TikTok end up using these specific applications, and because there's kind of a community behind it, I don't know if you saw that first panel, but since there's kind of a community of people who use Picsart just like you see it here, it's almost like a social media app and a photo editing application. So for better or for worse, there's a lot of capability here, and this is another app that I would recommend you all to look at as well. So those are pretty much the main ones I take a look at and that I use pretty much on an everyday basis. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.